Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark-Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Trey, today we're talking about NIL, which is name, image, and likeness, and really also about the incredible power of Livvy Dunne, the LSU college athlete and gymnast who has made a redonkulous amount of money from her efforts, really using her name, image, and likeness to create brand deals that have built her into a pretty wealthy college athlete. What are your thoughts on NIL and on how Livvy Dunne has done it?
First of all, more power to her, because the whole idea of name, image, likeness is to get people's eyeballs in your direction, and she tends to have the qualities that eyeballs want to turn
I'd
toward.
love to welcome her to the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd rather kick you out and keep her. So.
Yeah, I think I could. My ego wouldn't be that harmed if you decide to do that switch. But yeah, the NIL in general, because she makes $3.5 million on NIL deals. She's the second highest paid college athlete. I think Bronny James is the top paid. But she's pulling in a great deal of money, and good for her. So I take nothing from her or any of these individual athletes. But my fear is that the short-term success for these individual athletes with NIL is going to mean long-term harm for college athletics in general, because two things go on. Number one, it just continues, especially college football, because it becomes more like the NFL. So at a certain point, it's just the NFL minor league, and I'm already starting to switch more toward the NFL just because that I don't see much of a distinction between the two. But then also within the locker room, NIL deals, they have the potential to cause some issues. They don't always, but an NIL deal can reveal what's already in the person. Do they have the character enough to be selfless and to not lord it over other people? And it's going to reveal the character of the other team members in the locker room who don't get such a deal, how much resentment and jealousy is going to go on, and how much is that really going to rupture the chemistry or maybe even bring it together. But I do fear the long-term ramifications.
Yeah, same. It's changing college athletics. And, Livvy Dunne is a beautiful girl that has done extremely well for herself. I can't tell you one other college female gymnast in the country. And that's what's weird about it, is that we see examples like this and everybody thinks, oh, I got to go do that. But there's one, and I think she's roughly 20 years old. And in a few years, where is she going to go with her career? Not necessarily her, but, for the most part, maybe they'll end up at Cirque du Soleil, or she could be an accountant or a doctor for all I know. But let's say that she stays in gymnastics and does something in a Vegas show. Is she going to continue to have this platform that she's able to have in college athletics? And I don't know. It's very interesting to see somebody, when you take the logo off a few years later, are they still able to leverage what they've created? I hope she does, because I think she's done a matchful job. But it is, to your point, it's got to cause some friction with people on the team who aren't making $3.5 million a year. Yeah. And what really, really worries me is I think this has completely changed and hurt college athletics, not for the one-offs, the female athletes that are cute in gymnastics, but the university of whatever football team or baseball team. It really, they always say there's no I in team, but there is a me, and NIL shows you what the ME is, because it becomes very me focused. And would I do it if I were her? Absolutely. I'd aim for $7 million a year. However, there's a negative effect to that, especially with the rest of these team sports. And we'll see how the rest of it goes. So please send me whatever endorsement deals you want, and we will look forward on the next episode to inviting Livvy Dunne to the show, and Trey will be taking a short hiatus.
Right. Keep looking out for that.
Yeah. Talk soon.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.